What's going on? My name is Mike Gambino, and I'm here with Torfi Frans Olafsson. Did I say it correctly?
Very good.
And this is for EVE Online. Everyone knows the massive multiplayer. Can you tell us a little bit about what's the next stage for EVE? It's been going on for about 11 years now, so it's evolving as we speak.
EVE is evolving, yeah, true. I mean, EVE came out in 2003, but we've done these expansions every like 2 months or so since it came out. Like we just released our 20th expansion recently called Odyssey. So kind of like an organism, you know. You've heard about this when that is constantly shedding and replacing its cells. So after after 8 years or something like that, nothing exists of you because you've renewed all of yourself. EVE, you know, but the code and the art and the content have been renewing and rejuvenating through these expansions and growing. So it's a completely different animal than it was back in 2003. And it's become this incredibly deep socio-economic science fiction simulator set 20,000 years in the future with over 500,000 people subscribed to it, and it's just growing. And not only that, then recently we published Dust 514, which is the PlayStation shooter set in the same universe in May, and we have another game coming up called Valkyrie, which is like a kind of TIE Fighter versus X-Wing like game. Only playable on the Oculus Rift virtual reality headset. It's just mind-blowing. I can't describe it to you. You have to try it yourself.
Now, I know we're gonna make this quick, right. But what do you believe the next step in maybe not just gaming itself, but EVE or gaming? What do you believe the next day? You know, like we're going from computer to the Oculus Rift, right. And the Oculus Rift is mind-blowing as itself. Do you think there's a next step after that, or?
Well, I mean, we're here at Comic-Con to talk about our comic that's coming out, True Stories, which is based upon the true stories that are set in the EVE universe. You know, actually player-submitted stories that we are adapting into a comic book. And we're also doing a source book on the EVE universe, which is kind of a backstory book, really kind of rich 183-page book loaded with images and backstory. And these are kind of different vectors. You know, doing these 3 games, doing the comic book, doing the source book, and then we have a TV series that we're developing based on true stories as well, like a live-action TV series. It's a bit further off, but we're working on it, fleshing basically out the EVE universe. Because what started as a thing to explain why you would fly spaceships in our game, you know, the universe and the lore has become something much bigger than the game itself. Now, you know, now it's the host of these 3 games and all these different aspects of the lore. And also we have like millions of people that have played EVE or Dust through the years who have been like smitten and are just invested in this IP and they want to learn more and be part of this universe. And we used to think that we would have to if we wanted to grow the EVE universe, it would all happen within the game client, the PC or Mac game client of EVE Online. So we could only go like deep, if you know what I mean. But our approach now is to go deep, but to go wide as well. You know, providing other inputs into it. You know, allowing you to enter the universe through a PlayStation or enter it through an Oculus Rift or just through a comic book if you can't deploy it with picking a gamepad.
Wow, that's all I can say. Is wow. There's so much. It's exactly. That's exactly it.
Seen from scanners.
Yes. Torfi, thank you so much for your time. I know it was cut short. Thank you all so much for your time. My name is Mike Gambino. This is The Take. We're Silver Cheese. This is New York Comic Con. This is EVE Online. Thank you.